After record-breaking cold weather the first week back at school, Stophel had a flood that resulted in costly damages. With Mocs News, I'm Emily Kulick. The waste trains in the parking garage were exposed in below freezing temperatures, which resulted in a flood in some students' apartments. Assistant Vice Chancellor of Housing Tim Johnson says that out of the 2 years he's been with UTC, he's never seen this happen before.
As you know, it was extreme cold temperatures, and in Stophel, the waste drains actually exit the building and out into the parking garage. So they are exposed to the elements. And I'm sure whoever built that facility probably never considered the possibility that it would get down as cold as it has in the last week. And what we found was some of those waste drains were freezing. The fluids in them were freezing and just stopping up the lines.
The housing department will be surveying the pipes and determining a solution shortly.
It's just a very unusual circumstance. Needless to say, we're going to go back and look at that and probably do some insulation on those pipes where it was never considered necessary before.
Although the housing department has not yet received the report from the flooding, Johnson says there could have been damages to students' property.
If you've got flooding, go ahead and call the central office. If it's after hours, call UTPD and they'll get a message to us as well. Report it to the on-call RA. There's several avenues you can take, but if you have flooding, report it immediately. Don't wait. We've got folks on call after hours. We'll get down here and get it taken care of.
Okay. We have all seen the emails regarding the burglaries on campus, whether it be in the parking lots, in classrooms, or in the residence halls. Here are some ways to keep you and your belongings safe. I'm Kalmon with Mocs News.
We've probably seen a decrease in burglaries overall over the last about 3 years.
There's no record of an increased amount of burglaries on campus, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't lock your doors.
The only burglaries we normally have are the ones where doors are left unlocked and people just are, know where to check and kind of get a feel for who's hanging out and who leaves their doors open.
As students, we are on the go all the time, but spending that extra minute to turn around and double check your doors doesn't hurt.
We do have an electronics registration program. That can also be for bikes, anything that's got a serial number that you feel is valuable and you want to register it. There's a link set up on our website. You can go to UTC Public Safety, and there's a link on there that'll connect you to a form that'll automatically send that information. We need your name, contact number, what the model, make, and serial number is of whatever you want to register with that, and you can register one thing or 10 things a day.
If you are ever in need of help, call UTC Police at 423-425-HELP.
With the new year brings new changes, but what are these changes and how are they affecting you? I'm Alexandria Adams, and this is Chit-Chat. Buying textbooks is never anyone's favorite thing to do, but buying textbooks this semester may have left a bitter taste on your tongue if you buy from Amazon. Your once guilt-free shopping experience of not having to pay sales tax is over. As of January 1st, Amazon has now added sales tax. In 2011, Governor Bill Haslam signed a deal to bring distribution centers to the state. Many local businesses found it unfair that they had to collect sales tax and the giant online retailer did not. So you may want to rethink adding that special edition Blu-ray copy of The Dark Knight into your cart. One of the most pivotal changes in America is the recreational use of marijuana in the state of Colorado. The new law allows any resident over the age of 21 to purchase no more than 1 ounce, which costs roughly about $200. There are already 20 states that have legalized marijuana for medical purposes. Now Tennessee may be trying to pass legislation to possibly become the next. The legislation known as HB 1385 would allow prescription sales for medicinal purposes only. Let's go find out what UTC students think about recreational and medical use of Miss Mary Jane.
The initiative taken by states like Colorado and Oregon and California passing legislation for medical and even for recreational purposes, I think it's sort of it's a step in the right direction, I think.
I feel like that's a good thing in extreme cases because I don't know much about the subject, but I know that in cancer patients it can help build appetite and they can feel better because I know that that's really rough with chemo and whatnot. but I feel it should be heavily regulated to make sure that it goes towards people who actually need it.
Recently, President Barack Obama opened up to the New Yorker magazine on his thoughts on the drug. As has been well documented, I smoked pot as a kid and viewed as a bad habit and a vice, and not very different from cigarettes that I smoked as a young person up through a big chunk of my adult life. I don't think it is more dangerous than alcohol. In fact, it is less dangerous than alcohol in the terms of the impact on the individual consumer. Whether you're for the green movement or not, a change seems to be growing. I'm Alexandria Adams, and until next time, have a safe and wonderful weekend.
Make sure to give them my all, and now they know that we on. Don't ever hold your applause for me. Don't ever hold your applause for me.
The Perch, UTC's landing station. This is your boy Jordan and Ron. Just had another incredible show.
Incredible.
Had some crazy topics, man. Ron, you started off with this Richard Sherman fellow.
Richard Sherman. Don't you ever call out another NFL player out like what you did. You said if you're matched up with this sorry receiver named Crabtree, then that's the type of result you're going to get. I think you're going a tad bit too far. So watch your mouth. That's all I'm going to say.
LeBron James, man, you got to stop looking at Kevin Durant show up, show you the best player, man. Durant the MVP right now. You slacking, not being LeBron James. Step your game up.
Lance Stevenson, for you to even be mentioned as the most improved player of the year is sickening. Your points was 15 points. 15 points just right now.
13.9.
13.9. I'm giving you more points. 5 assists and 5 rebounds is not cutting it. It's a bunch of players that deserve more than you, aka LaMarcus Aldridge. Point blank. Period. Last, sickening.
And Michelle Obama, we talked a little bit about her dunking on LeBron James at the White House. Just wanted to, I asked Ron the question, is Michelle Obama the coolest first lady ever?
She slick is.
Most down to earth?
Most down to earth. I mean, she's creative. She has this fit program going on. She's just appealing to everybody's needs. So, the coolest, by far. Shout out to the first lady.
Then we ended the segment talking about Martin Luther King Jr., his legacy and everything he did. Ron, you got anything to say? Any closing comments?
He's a remarkable man. Legendary. He paved the way for me and Jordan and everybody else. The mayor's right here behind the camera. He just paved the way for everybody. So, I mean, let's just leave it at that. All the negative comments are like for everybody saying that, hey, it's just another day. No, it's not just another day. He did too much for our equality and for men, period. So, let's just put it, that's that on that.
That on that.
So, man, it was a great show, man. Make sure y'all tune in every week, every Wednesday from 5 to 6, man. It's the hot list. Can't go wrong. Come here, you get all your bash, all the hot stuff, and all the good topics. That's it.
The Perch, UTC's landing station.